What's up? Where's my drink? Oh, I'll drink it.
That blue guy is funny.
I have another one.
You have two of the same one?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I thought they were going to be worth money.
How much did you buy them for?
$50.
Oh, that's not terrible, I guess.
They were reselling for the first day, the first time I bought it, they were reselling for $1,200. So I bought another one.
For 50?
Yeah. And then,
why would someone buy it for 1,200 if they could still buy it for 50?
okay, well, let me explain. He dropped them once, and he was like, check out these limited edition toys. So I bought one, and then they were on like StockX or something for like $1,200.
He was like, JK, I have more.
Yeah. So he just
and
posted.
people are like, well, he has more, I don't care.
Like he restocked them, so now they're worth like $100 or whatever. So it's like, I'm just gonna, it's worth keeping it at this point.
Yeah. Are we going?
Yeah, it's recording.
Okay, welcome to RepTalk.
Welcome to RepTalk.
Try and go first. Tell us about yourself.
Hello, my name's Trent. You may know me from GeckBro Co. on the website, or the Instagram website, or the Morph Market website, or a bunch of different websites. I'm on there. My username's GeckBro. It's a gecko on a skateboard. Cause I was inspired originally because I like geckos and I like skateboarding and I like art. So I just like put them all together. Hired an artist to draw a gecko on a skateboard. And then everything kind of happened from there. I was like, let me just do more geckos on more skateboards, and then breed geckos, and put them under this name. Well, I guess it started before that. But yeah, that's where I'm at now. Skateboarding geckos and art and... Yeah, so we live in fucking California. I'm in California, Sacramento.
Can I stop for a second?
Yeah.
Are we just swearing this podcast?
I mean, I don't know. Why not?
We should. Leave this in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I live in fucking California. And I'm 24 years old.
Are you?
I think, yeah.
I'm like, I'm 24. I thought you were like 2 years older than me.
Don't ask me that question. I'll get confused. Yeah, I'll be 25 in July. That's what my parents told me recently.
What year were you born?
1997.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm really good at math. I know all the months in order.
Yeah, we're proud.
But yeah, I was breeding crested geckos in like, what year? 2016-ish? 2016, 17 is when I first started breeding geckos. Crested geckos, because they're easy and they're cool. So I sort of expanded on that. I got a lot of cresties now, but ended up doing mostly leopard geckos. Shortly after that, I got like 1 million leopard geckos. So GeckBro, geckos, skateboards, art. You can check some things out on my website, geckbro.com, or my Instagram, where I post things. Yeah. I'm super pepped up. I can't wait to talk some more on this podcast about this stuff.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm sorry. I was feeling slow for a second.
No, you're fine. This is the first one.
Yeah.
Nobody's tripping on it, right?
Everybody's happy. Everybody.
All 4 people watching this, not tripping. Are you you wanna keep going on yourself, or you want me to?
Well, I mean, I can if you insist.
Go for it. Yeah.
So we just got some chicken.
We did Kiki's. If you never had Kiki's and you're from NorCal, I don't know what you're doing.
You're tripping. You're missing
tripping.
out. And it was good. So yeah, I'm 24, live in California, skateboard, kind of. Not so much since I'm a little bit of an adult now. and I'm more like apt to getting hurt, and like staying hurt. So I don't do that so much anymore, but it's still inspiring. And yeah, I would spend a lot of money on geckos, and I spent a lot of money on like collectible toys for no reason that you can't do anything with. But yeah, it's like art stuff. So
I like those stingray ducks.
Yep, stinging ducks. Shout out to Anonymous Rat. Yeah, I guess I can say I've been self-employed since January of 2021, like halfway through the month, and it's been what is it? It's now December or something. Halfway through the month.
My dad's birthday.
It's been about a year, and it's been like one of the best years of my life, one of the most broke years of my life. But
I was gonna say, honestly, the goal is to be self-employed, right?
Yeah.
Most reptile people, I think, would agree.
Yeah, it's literally been the happiest. Like my animals are all thriving. I've never been less depressed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, it's fantastic. I'm just expanding from here, learning where I need to make more money and where I can make more money, making more art, doing as many reptile expos as I can, and yeah, it's been a great time, and I really love the reptile community we have in North California specifically. And I think that is enough about me for a moment. So, hey James.
Hi, James.
What's
up? So I'm James, Northern California, a little bit more towards the Bay, Vacaville area. You can find me on Morph Market, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I don't know if people really still use Twitter. I know I don't.
I follow you on Twitter.
Yeah, you're like the only person. Thank you and Caitlin.
Yeah, I use Twitter because I have Caitlin's notifications on. She's
yeah. But yeah, I work, I think I started breeding 2017, maybe 2016.
I think it was like right around that time.
I think the first thing, like the first year, I was given some crested geckos that were already laying eggs, and then I bred African fat tails. Now it's mostly leopards with cresteds and corn snakes. I also do blue beauties. I know those are kind of rare, not a lot of people have those. Anytime Trent goes for an expo, I tag along, I put my stuff on his table. Even though I have everything for my own table, I just don't like doing it. It's kind of...
Yeah, I love doing shows, so I really
It's a lot. It's a lot. There's...
One of my favorite things about being in the reptile community.
Well, and it's easy for you too, because you're self-employed.
Right.
Yeah. For me, it's taking days off work, and it's a whole thing.
Yeah, that's sort of why.
But, yeah, 24. Just turned 24. What else? What else can I say about myself?
Well, okay. Now that you mentioned like how many animals you keep, I'm kind of like, man, I keep a lot of animals too.
You keep a lot of animals.
There's like there's a lot of animals
List
here.
them off.
Okay, well I have a list.
Well, you better read that list while I take a sip of my soda.
All right. Here's a list. We've got. Should I just literally name them off? I don't really
Whole
want to
list.
do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Ball pythons. 3 carpets. We got some frogs. Some weird insects.
Frog ate a pinky too.
Oh yeah, he did. Beardies. I got the Nile monitor, alligator lizard. What did I say that? Alligator lizard? I think that's just close on the list. Tegu, rock iguana. Yeah, I guess that's mostly a lot of geckos.
A lot of different species of geckos.
Yeah, that's sort of the thing. Is
like 7 or 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's actually 14.
Pictus, leopard, African.
I have 1 millii.
That counts.
1 cinctus. Some gargoyles, some tokay, fat toad, or thick toad banded geckos, Turner's geckos.
That's at least 10.
You count the morning geckos already.
I did.
Leopards, fat tails, cresties, something in between. I don't know. I think that I did count 14 at one. I might have sold something. I don't know.
I'm sure.
But yeah, I was getting jealous. I just had to throw my things
jealous.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought you were talking about the geckos, like you had to buy all the different ones.
No. Yeah, I do work with a lot of different species for no reason. I get
I mean, there's a reason
about the different species, and I like to have
you enjoy trying new things.
Yeah, right. Like a wide range of experience and stuff like that, so I can get like, if I were to get something new, I'd be like, yeah, I can take care of it. I have some little crumbs in my fingers.
I was thinking, I was like, is this a piece of turtle food?
Twisting him up. Yeah. All right, James. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you like that. Going around.
I ran into things to like.
Oh, you were saying.
What else should I talk about?
You should just talk about some of the animals you keep, or any of your favorites, or whatever got you started, I guess.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess my favorites are really the ones that make money. I know a lot of people like don't like to talk about that with reptiles, but like, I love making money from my reptiles.
Yeah. I mean, that's.
I want to be self-employed.
Right. That's the goal, 100%.
Yeah.
And literally, like, not even like. I mean, you don't want to be like me, like living day to day, fucking. Until
I have more bills.
Until the next 100%. Until the next Reptile Expo. Well, I'm not a super broke. But everybody eats, so we're happy. Everybody's fine. Yeah,
but I mean, like,
it is like I can't go buy like any gecko I want whenever I want.
I've got my my Black Knight eclipses. Those are really popping off this last year and this next year. Lily whites I produced for the first time this year. It's a crested gecko morph. Nice. And hopefully in a few years, I just bought my first palmetto corn snake, so hopefully those don't drop too much in value.
I think they'll stay cool.
I know they were 1,000 like a year or two ago.
I expect them to drop because they are corn snakes, but
they're gonna hold at least at like 300.
Right.
Yeah.
I think more than that even.
Yeah, because they're like 7 now. For a decent one, they're like 7. I paid like 4.
Oh hell yeah!
Because I got a Black Friday deal.
Yeah, dude, I want to get more of those fucking rocket ones. Totally unrelated, but like.
You should get a male.
Are you
gonna get like a herd of them?
You said what?
Are you gonna get a herd of them?
Yeah, dude.
Like 6.
I told Kayla I'm gonna sell everything, just get rocket ones.
You better not.
I won't. No. If I were to do that with anything, it'd be the Eastern box turtles.
You can do that. I'll allow that. Yeah, you can do that for sure.
Yeah, that's what I told her the other day. I was like, man, these are my favorite things ever. Okay. What else, James?
What
kind of experience you have?
Oh, yeah. Hey, that's a good
breeding animals and stuff.
That's a good question, actually.
What kind of questions can you answer?
So I've been keeping geckos. Right. Since like really young. We actually used to go out and catch lizards in my neighborhood and keep them for a couple of days and then let them go. And then one day I got a leopard gecko and I had no idea what I was doing and it died. And then I think I was like 17 and I got another leopard gecko and I still have that 7 years later.
Oh yeah?
Malloy. And so fast forward, I started working at Geckos Etc. with Steve Sykes. That's where me and Trent met.
Yes, sir.
And I think like that next week, my fat tails laid the first eggs.
Oh hell yeah!
So I was pretty excited
about that. We were talking about that. Yeah. I was super jealous, dude. Cause I had never bred any like terrestrial. I had only bred like cresties. I was like, man, that's why I think one of the first animals I bought when I worked there was a fat tail. I was like, I gotta get.
I like cried when they hatched. I was like on the ground crying when the first one hatched.
That's so tight.
Yeah, we worked there. I think I worked there like 2 years. And then COVID hit, and you know, they cut hours and everything, so I stopped working there. I started working at Delicious Dubia, which is a rat dubia breeder in the Sacramento area. He wholesales to a lot of stores, so like Aquarium Depot, GX3 if you're from the area, East Bay Vivarium, he sells them most of their stuff. I worked there for a while. I also worked for Glenn from Legless Excellence, Glenn's Reptiles. He's got a lot of really nice snakes. I took care of all his snakes for I think like a year and a half. All that was some of that was at the same time. Like I was doing some of that two jobs at once, and nothing reptile related now. I just work at Amazon, but lots. We were just talking before we started recording. Like I spend 90% of our time in the reptile room working with animals.
Yeah, 100%.
Feeding, cleaning, putting things in bigger tanks. A lot of my time actually is just the YouTube videos. Like, I could spend like 2 hours a day on my reptiles, and the other like 3 or 4 that free time that I have is like either editing a video or thinking of a video or filming a video.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about how much time I spend moving terrariums around my house.
Yeah.
Literally just moving geckos to different terrariums and moving those terrariums. And
I constantly have a stack of tubs in the corner, and I'll go and wash them. And now, once they're clean, I'm like, alright, I can move something into a bigger tub.
100%.
And then smaller tubs is dirty, and then I gotta clean those, and then I put something in a smaller tub. And then you end up with an empty tub, and then baby hatches, and you put it in an empty tub. And it just goes on and on and on.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. It's super fun, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we live for.
The best part, yeah. Yeah, I could say I worked at Geckos Etc. with James. We were there for 3-ish years.
Were we?
We were there for a while, dude.
Oh, you were there longer than me.
No, you got hired literally a week before me. Oh, but I was there.
But you stayed late.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, we got hired. What year was it? It was like 2017 when we got fucking hired. 2018. We got
something
hired.
like that. Yeah.
And then 2021 when I left, and 2020 late when you left.
Yeah. Right when COVID happened.
Right. It was like right when COVID affected businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember our boss gave us that piece of paper to put in our glove box in case we got pulled over for being outside.
Those, yeah.
I still have it in my car. It says like if you pull this guy over, he has a job he has to go do, and it's live animals, and you have to let him go do it. And I'm like, who does he think he is? The police are just gonna tell me to go home, which they don't. They didn't do that. They don't do that in our area. But like at the time, everyone was like, oh, if you go outside, they're gonna tell you to go back home, and they're gonna give you a ticket. Like that was the fear.
Yeah, I don't want to talk too bad about the certain person, but it was not.
Oh, I'm not trying to like say anything.
Yeah, I'm saying.
I'm not saying like bad things, but
I mean, I'm ready to, but I don't want to on the podcast, you know. Not yet.
I'm just saying he's funny. Funny guy.
Funny guy, yeah, definitely a funny guy. Has some funny qualities and. Well, I mean, I still respect him and stuff. I'm not trying to say I don't. It just was like some problematic things.
Yeah.
Going on there.
I mean, there's at every job.
Right. So this is our podcast.
Yeah. RepTalk.
RepTalk. When did we come up with the idea to do this?
Literally like 2 years ago. Something like that.
It might have even been like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was pretty... Because when we worked together, it was just the two of us in a room, pretty much.
It was when we were literally teammates.
And we would just listen to podcasts all day.
Yeah, this has been a long time in the making. And we have like probably 20 episodes recorded already that you'll never hear.
Yeah, just first tries over and over again. And then we waited a year, and now we're like, all right, let's do it.
Here we are. It's been on the banner.
And it's not gonna sound good. It's gonna be unprofessional, but you guys are gonna hear it.
We'll get better.
The first one's gonna go up no matter what.
Just stick with us, guys.
We decided if Trent doesn't put it up, I'm gonna do one without him.
Just stick with us.
And then I'm gonna invite Trent as a guest, and he'll never leave.
I've had the RepTalk podcast advertised on my banner at all the reptile shows for the past like 3 years now.
Everyone keeps asking about it.
Yeah, I've had a few people ask me about it. I'm sure they go and like try to subscribe to something that doesn't exist. So I'm pretty proud to like have something that they can finally have a link or working thing.
Yeah. So the end goal is eventually to have it on a bunch of different platforms like Apple and all that.
Dude.
Spotify.
Right now my goal is to get on friggin' Apple Podcast.
Yeah.
Apple Podcast, if you're listening, let me on.
But we're gonna post it on your YouTube first.
Yeah, we'll put it on YouTube or like maybe freaking SoundCloud or something where people can listen for free.
Something where we can just put it up. Get a couple people. I'd be down if 5 people listen. That'd be pretty happy.
Yeah, I'm not tripping. I'll listen.
And I'm gonna
to
go
it
tell
myself.
like 10 people. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to it 5 times.
Yeah, we know some cool people. Me and James know some cool people.
I mean, combined, we know a lot of cool people.
Right, and a lot of knowledgeable people that are willing and wanting to come on a podcast that doesn't exist.
You know,
ask me about it.
Joe Cruz from the Expo. He was kind of across from us.
Yeah.
I'm going to his house in like a week or 2 to
for real?
film his collection.
Let me go with you.
Come with me.
Yeah. I just sent him a package yesterday, or not yesterday, a couple of days ago.
What was in it?
3 T-shirts and then a little note that said, "Hey, love you."
Yeah, I just went up to him at the show. I'm filming, and he's like, "Oh, you're filming?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, love filming collections." He's like, "Film mine," and I was like, "Please, yeah." I was like, "After Christmas, I'll come over."
That's my guy.
Yeah, he's cool. I know him
for Mighty Morphin Reptiles. Joe Cruz from Mighty Morphin.
Oh yeah, I was like, "Is that his?" Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I bought a T-shirt from him. Pretty cool.
I dropped one of his snakes. I sold every snake for him at the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everyone who came about a snake, he was like in the bathroom, and I was watching his booth.
Oh, I had sold a rock iguana for Dave.
There you go.
Well, it wasn't like that. It was because he couldn't swipe the card and I could. So I literally just sold it for him. He was standing right there. He bought the customer and everything. I don't know what I was saying.
He got their attention.
Dude, I need some water.
Go get some water. What time are we at? We can call it.
21 minutes.
That's a good first little who we are.
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a guy and this is a guy.
Trent, James.
He, him. Males.
Boy.
Breeder males.
Proven breeders?
Proven breeders.
I mean, I'm not. I don't know. I hope not.
Oh no, I'm not a proven. I mean, I guess. What do you call that? What would you call us?
I don't think there's a word for that in reptile.
I'm like an unproven breeder. That's not.
Hasn't been proven.
What do you call that?
Infertile.
Yeah.
That's what that's what you would say.
Yeah, I guess that was.
Yeah,
two infertile male geckos. What kind of gecko are you?
I'll be a black knight.
That's pretty funny because when I look up types of geckos, like when I'm trying to make projects or whatever, and I need to just think fast about every single species of gecko, there's one picture that pops up every time, and it'll say like tokay gecko, golden gecko, lined gecko, and have all these little pictures of it, and it'll say
what it is,
leopard gecko, and then it'll just say black gecko, and it's just a black knight.
That's pretty funny.
And I was like, dude,
that's no idea whoever made that has no idea what reptiles are.
It's the same thing as what you just put there, but everything else is like
its own thing.
Yeah, and then you got just a leopard gecko morph on there, and just say black gecko. And so that was, I don't know. That's when you answered my question, what kind of gecko would you be with the black gecko morph? Yeah, that's what I pictured. You're a black gecko.
What would you be?
Dude, I think about this all the time. And I had an answer that was really good recently, but I can't think of it right now.
It's okay. You can be like a crested for now. We can switch next time.
I'll be a morning gecko.
Sure.
Yeah. I like myself that much. Alright. Thanks for listening, guys. Welcome to the end of our podcast.
Yeah, we're going to do one every 2 weeks.
Yeah, and you can expect it to come out every
Tuesday.
3 or 4 weeks because I don't know how to edit anything or post anything yet. So.
He's going to do it every 2 weeks, and I'm going to make sure he does.
Yes. And he's going to pay me to do it.
That's not true.
We'll find out. Alright, yep. Thanks for listening. Adios, amigos.